Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm More the Dad in DPS, and we're back once again with another good with the scrap or the scrip, a series where I review different weapons that I found around Appalachia and see how well they put holes in freaks. But before we get into that, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and if you want to support the channel more, there is the coffee link down below, and you can click the join button to become a YouTube member, which would be very appreciated. So let's get on with it. Some guns are just superior to others, and some are the magnificent Stephen. Now this is a little gun I've had for a while now. It's a fantastic lever action rifle. It's got anti-armor, faster fiery, and damage resistance while aiming. Now don't get me wrong, I would love reload speed on that bottom bit, that would be amazing, but it is what it is. The faster fiery on here basically means that you're going to blow the heads off of things very quickly, and anti-armor is always a good effect, no matter what gun it's on. I can't think of a single one where it's not good, maybe not optimal, but it's always good. So yeah, this is definitely a weapon I am looking forward to using. Now I don't have the silencer for it, that would add a huge new dynamic to it. I could stealth and then headshot quite a lot of things, but that is again once what it is. So you're going to see basically its raw form, and that I still think should be able to do quite a lot. It just means that there's a different avenue of damage that it can do if you were to go stealth mode. Alright, so let's see what this does. Now we are going up against feral ghouls just because I'm sick of killing super mutants with these videos. As you can see, put a hole in them pretty damn good. So far, oh, missed. So far so good. We're killing that in about 2 hits. The damage is quite significant per shot, and in most instances, if you're hitting, you're going to be killing things relatively quickly. The reload speed in the gun it's fast for what it is. It's annoying because the amount of times I have accidentally shot during the reload animation, and therefore not fully reloading is a little bit annoying, but don't get me wrong, that is something I need to fix whenever I'm using this gun, because quite often I've not used the gun for a while, then I'll switch to it and then I'll forget that's how you use it essentially. So you do need to have to keep that in mind, that it isn't always going to be reloaded as quickly as you expect. Sometimes the animation looks faster than it is, but overall it did its job. Put holes in them, put them down. Maybe in about 1 or 2 shots. Let's move on to something a bit bigger, but first, the build, because you'll all moan at me if I don't post it. So, as you can see, this is the build. Now, this character does not have the full set of legendary perks unlocked, hence why it is a little bit more rough around the edges than most of my other characters. I would ignore that for the most part. She is relatively low level in comparison. The build, for the most part, doesn't really matter too much in terms of these videos, because it's all about the weapon anyway. But while we're gandering at it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, there's the relevant links down below. Right, let's move on to somebody I know you're all familiar with. Don't worry, Jeff. And you know what I like to do to Jeff? Put holes in his skull and pretend it didn't happen. And he comes back every, I would say week, but he's back more than once every couple of days, so yeah. Let's see what Jeff is going to do with this. Now we're going to stealth up, because that first shot can still get a big chunk of damage. And then we will just keep shooting him until he falls over. As you can see, we have completely crippled his head. That has not been a problem whatsoever. And what we'll do is we'll hide behind this tree. Jeff's been a bit slow this week. I don't know what's going on with him. You okay, Jeff? Has it finally started getting to you, all the murder? You can see this weapon is not bad aiming normally as well. I'm not the best at aiming outside of that. I have a very potato aim. So what is he doing? It's like all the single ladies. But yeah, as you can see, it takes down Jeff with quite a lot of ease. So we'll move on to something a bit harder. Alright, we are back with Queenie, Queen, Bofini. I hate her so much. Yeah, she's a one of her legs already crippled. Excellent. So we're going to shoot her in one of her legs until she falls over dead. I hate her poison. I'll just say that now. And what oh Jesus Christ. As I said, this character is not as well geared, not as well set up as my others, so she does need to duck out and chill every now and then. We'll try and get Queenie screwed over. Yep, she's on the ground now, which means we can just go to a different direction and then whoop, there we go. We can just blast her at our leisure. So as you can see, the gun is dealing okay damage. It's not like world-breaking damage with any weapon. It's just a case of you are going to be doing very moderately decent damage, and you'll be able to kill most things with good ease. If you're hitting on the weak points, things die relatively quickly. I am incredibly reliant on that, so not having Grim Reaper's sprint does have a little bit of a annoyance factor to me. But this gun can take down the Queen. I just typically wouldn't recommend you use it on her, let's be honest. Because it's like 75 damage on her broken legs. And while that's okay, it's just not that huge amount of damage. For some reason I keep missing. It's only 70 on a crit there. Oh, that's weird. And now she's pooping babies. But you see, I can kill her. It's just a bit of faff, a bit of effort. After the eggs start coming out, it's just annoying. Either way, the gun works really well. And as we always come to it, what the hell is this going to do in daily ops? Should be interesting to say the least. I actually did not pay attention to what the enemies are when I signed up, so... Oh no, it's robots. That's slightly worse. Slightly worse than what my worst nightmare was. I hate robots. I hate them with a passion in daily ops. Oh, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Oh, no. But as you're seeing, it's killing them. Robots are one of the hardest to kill enemies. On top of that, these bloody things are toxic, which are going to make it a bit more difficult to do in general. The bulkier enemies are... yeah, crap. Are able to close the distance on me, apparently. And they're not quite as easy to take down as the smaller handies. But we are able to do it, which is definitely an upside for some reason. The group looting isn't working at the moment, strange. But yeah, we are killing them with relative ease, and this is armor piercing day, so they hurt like a mofo. They are very, very, very damaging, and that is a problem in itself. But we'll cross the bridge more when we come to it if we die. The bigger problem as well is because that's just a pain in the butt and these things are toxic. If they lock me in a corner and then just start melting my face, it's also a problem. But overall, I mean, it's the hardest type of enemy on the hardest mode, the armor piercing, unless you're going stealth, of course. And we're doing quite well. I feel like this is going relatively well in comparison. And you've seen that the gutsies are dying a lot quicker, and they are the more damaging of any of the robots that you get. So we're taking them out quick. That's the main thing, because it means that I'm not going to get completely obliterated by the other stuff. And ammo-wise, just seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4 shots, we'll get 4 ammo back minimum. So if we're taking out enemies in 4 shots, we are making our ammo back. If we're taking them out in like less, with the handies and the gutsies, we are then accumulating ammo. So it is actually really good. And these, as I've said multiple times, are the sturdier of the enemies. They are far, far harder to deal with than any other enemy in daily ops, which means that if this weapon's able to do this to these, then we're going to have a lot of success against any other type of enemy. So I'm actually quite happy with this weapon in daily ops in general, because it's doing so well against robots. And I'm not using a huge amount of ammo. That guy just completely obliterated that before he even got a sniff in. Either way, it's doing well. I love it. So that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel more, you can click that join link to become a YouTube member, or you can click the coffee link to support me in another way. Now let's thank our YouTube members, which are Golty, Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers Me, Dale Finn Gaming, Colin G, Brian RMC, Peggy McKnight, Matasbo, Dragon God Slayer X, Devilman Games, Marcus Carrasco, Scott S, Bubba Doodle Mom, and Ranger McSprudle. Big thanks to all of you. It is really appreciated, and your continued support really helps out the channel in general. So yeah, today's weapon I thought was really good. I enjoyed it. I do like different guns and things that are a bit unusual, especially single shot stuff. It doesn't get used often enough, and quite frankly I haven't used it often enough myself. So overall, yeah, fantastic gun, and I hope it's inspired you guys to use it as well. But with that, we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.